Uh, Yo, what's good, people of the interweb? I didn't undo the mic, but hello. Welcome to the second Comfy Corner podcast. I am your host, Blazing Aura, or Gobi, whichever name you prefer. But I am not alone. I am joined by my two co-hosts and best buddies, the fantabulous River.
I am going to be filled and spewing so much knowledge during this podcast. Y'all are not prepared. Y'all thought I was a noob. Actually, I have my PhD.
Oh my god. Yeah, I'm ready for this. Oh my god. And the man who you could probably call the actual king of otakus, the the weeb connoisseur, the man of many names, Nuka.
Now singing bing bong bong bing bong bing bong bong bong
Bing bong bong bing bong bong bing bong.
bing bong bong bing bong bong bing bong bong bong. Do the best of the Ichiban, yeah.
Woo! Perfect. Welcome. I hope the music is loud enough. Do let me know if it's not heard. I can turn it up a bit. Let me know if people in the background, or if like Nuka or River, can't be heard. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Oh shit. Well,
Shit.
we just got a raid.
Oh.
Thank
boy.
you for the raid.
Thank you,
Thank you
Captain.
for the raid.
Thank you. I forgot to disable that.
We know you're
Because that I shouldn't have. Oh my god.
That's a lot of people raiding.
No, this is great. Thank you for the follow. Just a heads up, we might not be paying attention to chat too much. This is a podcast stream, but I do appreciate you, Captain, for the raid. I appreciate everyone that comes in from Captain. I am Blazing Aura or Gobi, whichever name you prefer to call me as. We do play games here, but we also just recently started doing these podcasts on Sundays. The first one is actually up on YouTube. So if you'd like, you can go and watch the first one where we talked about video games. Tonight's topic is anime, and we're gonna jump right into it because I'm actually going to then start with Nuka. We're gonna make River go last for most of this. We're gonna make River go last for most of this. So we're gonna start with Nuka. And I'm gonna say, what was your first anime?
That is a tough question.
Mm-hmm.
Because if we're talking about just first time seeing the show, it'd be your usual things, you know, your Pokemon, your Dragon Ball Z. But I didn't see them as, you know, oh, this is a special thing.
Exactly.
It's like, oh, this is just a cartoon. I think the first anime I saw, while being cognizant that it was like something different from like the normal cartoons.
Mm-hmm.
You guys might not know this one. It's Big O.
I feel I've heard this name before.
Probably heard it from me.
It's possible. It's possible. I don't know anything about it.
It's basically anime Batman's got a giant robot and an android maid.
Interesting.
Well,
Interesting. Okay. Fair enough. But yeah, he summed that up very well. That is exactly what I would consider like someone's first anime. Because we've all watched Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh! Or Beyblade or Bakugan, because those are all anime. But we watch it on like Cartoon Network or whatnot. I would also argue that if you did stay up and watch Toonami and saw anime, even if it was Dragon Ball, I would still count that because they specifically blocked that off to show this type of content.
That was my thinking also when I
Yeah.
said Pico, because that was a Toonami thing, but
Oh.
they were
Perfect.
very specific with their designation.
I honestly, because if it played on like Disney XD, Cartoon Network, or any of those things, I feel like that's just the U.S. bringing it in and showing it to children on Children Network shows. If you watch the specific station for Jetix, 4Kids, so Saturday morning cartoons with anime, I would kind of count too. They weren't just lumped in with other cartoons. Though I guess here and there, I don't know. I kind of count 4Kids, even though 4Kids had like Viva Pinata still thrown in there, along with like Spider Riders, Yu-Gi-Oh.
I know you ain't dissing the good name of Viva Pinata.
Oh no, I fucking love Viva Pinata. Fucking Dan Green's in there as a fucking horse. How can I not look fucking Viva Pinata is a fantastic. Loved that show. That show was fucking great. But yeah, so even though we're not really talking or communicating with chat, feel free to even talk about your own experiences amongst each other, or if maybe we see a point in chat that we want to point out, we will. But I'm gonna go next then, because I feel like the next person's probably gonna be very difficult. So mine is a little weird too, and difficult, just like Nuka's, because I did watch Pokemon, I did watch Bakugan, and I did watch Yu-Gi-Oh! Growing up. On that like Saturday morning, 6 a.m. 4Kids channel, along with like Spider Riders, Magi Nation, Viva Pinata, and a whole slew of other things I probably can't name out. Chaotic, a whole slew of other things. It's difficult for me to exactly say, because I'm going to count it like what Nuka said, when I realized it was something different and special. And here's the real kicker though, because it didn't start out as me watching it as the anime. It did start out as manga that led into anime, because I could not acquire the manga. I'm gonna say this side bit. When I was in like 6th grade, I went over a friend's house. He had rented a DVD from a Redbox. It was the One Piece Alabasta movie arc. Now, I cannot for the life of me actually physically remember what version of One Piece it was. If it was the actual like Funimation dub, or if it was the 4Kids dub. Because the only thing I remember is my friend talking about how there are differences. How in one, Sanji smokes a cigarette, and how one, it's a lollipop. So I don't remember if what we watched was, actual cigarette or lollipop. But that was my first time experiencing, I guess, an anime in a sense. But I don't count it because I don't have such a specific memory of it. And even when I went back to watch One Piece for the first time in high school, I actually didn't have like a moment of like, oh yeah, I remember this. I remember it was the Alabasta arc because that buddy of mine ended up transferring to my high school, and we ended up talking about that at one point, and he brought that up, so that's how I can confirm that. I don't physically have memory of it. So I'm going with Bleach, because I was reading the manga. One of my friends then stopped letting me borrow it, and so I resorted to watching it in split up parts on YouTube.
That's how you know. That's how you know you're serious about it.
You're like watching them like broken up.
Yeah, I had to.
Like, the episodes themselves are like broken up too.
You don't understand,
parts,
River.
Like episodes would be broken up either into 2 or 3 parts.
It was usually 3 parts. Yeah. They were like 7 minutes each. Each part was on a different like
channel,
YouTube channel.
Yup.
They were all differently subbed.
Differently screen size oriented. Actually, I'm gonna say this, Nuka. Okay. So because I was still like getting into it, I actually didn't watch Bleach. I watched it dubbed. I did watch Bleach dubbed. So I can't actually even say for the sub part because all mine was dub. Which I'm gonna say this: I didn't know the difference between dub and sub at the time. I don't know how I managed to get through the entirety of the Soul Society arc without ever running into a hey, how come there's text and they don't speak English? Like I don't know how I managed to do that.
Were you also listening to them at some points?
So, my mom was very, very specific about certain things. Like, I had to sneak to watch SpongeBob, Courage the Cowardly Dog, Brandy and Mr. Whiskers, a bunch of shows that she deemed as weird or gross. I could not watch. If they were on, if they were on, I was not allowed to watch them. I had to switch the channel or whatnot. Or if a show started to get weird or do anything that she considered weird, she'd then have us change the channel. And I knew that this content was a lot different. Like a lot different. And I was very weary because I knew they swore, which was already a big no-no. And I didn't want her to catch me. I don't want to stop. I really was like so into Bleach. I was like, I really need to absorb this content. So we had those old style, like, I think it was Bose, like, speakers, like the tall ones. So I'd literally just grab that and I'd hold that up to my ear like this and I'd hold it in my ear and I'd turn the volume all the way down and I made it so that only I could hear it. And I'd do it every time. I then take it out, I then place it on the desk, and then I'd play a little bit of it. If I could hear it while sitting down, it was too loud. I literally was so specific. Now, mind you, she would walk past me. This computer was not in my room. This was in the living room where everyone can see what's going on. And if they were to get close to me, hear what's going on. And they could also physically see me holding a speaker to my ear. But no questions were ever asked. I never got scolded, in trouble, or questioned about anything, especially during a specific Yoruichi scene.
Oh!
Yeah! So, you should have seen fucking, like, 12-year-old me fucking, like, freak the fuck out while that's happening. It's, like, 7 p.m. at night. I'm like, what the fuck's going on? I pause it, I look around to make sure like no one's here, and then I realize I paused it at probably the worst time, and I'm like, shit, gotta play so it goes forward a little. It was a trip. It my first anime is an experience in a gosh damn half. So, yes, mine is Bleach in quite a weird way. Alright, Riv. So, what was your first anime?
Alright. Really niche. I'm sure no one's gonna know it.
I'm gonna fucking murder you.
But Avatar: The Last Airbender.
I swear to fucking God. This motherfucker.
You're gonna piss someone off
This
with that one,
motherfucker.
Riv.
You're right.
Oh my God.
Actually, it was Legend of Korra. Okay. So I feel like
said Legend of Korra.
I feel like I had a similar introduction in that, like, a lot of it was like I watched Pokemon, Bakugo, Yu-Gi-Oh,
Bakugo?
Beyblade, things like that.
I mean
growing up.
Bakugan?
What did I say?
Bakugo. And let it begin! Where is my timestamp button?
Fake fan.
Oh, wow. I will say this. I didn't expect it to be so soon.
It was fast.
I didn't expect it to be so soon.
Yeah, Bakugan, Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh, Beyblade, things like that were like constantly on while I was growing up. I'm not sure if anyone else remembers this, but if you fell asleep watching Cartoon Network, of course they would often switch to Adult Swim. Not sure if they still do that anymore or not, but I'm pretty sure they do.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, they still do
Adult
it.
Swim goes on sooner.
Yep.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like 8 o'clock now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's because it's
I don't
so
think it was, like-
popular.
Yeah. I
It was 9 o'clock before, right? 9 or 10?
Yeah, it was like 9 or 10. Super late.
Yeah.
But all that to say that I remember specific. If I woke up early enough, around like 5 o'clock, they would always be playing Inuyasha.
Inuyasha, yeah,
Okay. Yep.
Like,
Yep.
so
Inuyasha was based.
do not ask me shit about Inuyasha. I couldn't tell you anything. I know he's like a half demon or something like that.
Didn't they remake
You are
the original
correct.
series? Aren't they remaking the original Inuyasha right now?
Are they?
Maybe. No. Wait, no. You might be thinking there's a sequel.
I know there's a sequel with his daughter.
Yes.
Maybe I'm thinking of another old around Inuyasha time that's being remade right now. Is it Gintama that's getting remade?
I think you're thinking of Spice and Wolf.
Oh, maybe. All right, continue, Rib. Sorry.
No, you're good. What was I saying? Oh yeah, but like I would watch Inuyasha sometimes if I woke up early enough to catch it. But I think the first anime I really like sat down and watched and registered like, oh, this is anime. Was actually Dragon Ball Z Kai.
Okay.
Like, they had like some dub version on like either Nicktoons or like Disney XD. It was one of those like channels where I would have come across it accidentally
Mm-hmm.
and would have like stuck with it just because it was good or I liked it.
Fair enough.
But that was maybe my first time watching an anime and registering, oh, this is like a separate genre of cartoon. Quote unquote.
Okay.
But like, I think other than that, I don't really have that much experience,
That's
especially
okay.
early on with anime,
No, that's all good.
which I'm sure we all expected.
Yeah.
No
But so
surprises.
so here's the thing though.
Yes.
What we consider our first animes still consisted of us knowing about it. So
Yes.
even though you say you have no idea about Inuyasha, is there any other series that you could say you would technically then consider your actual first that you actually could then at least tell the plot of?
To the plot of?
At least a synopsis of the plot in the best format.
Definitely either Dragon Ball Z Kai, or Pokemon. That would
Okay.
be like, especially like.
I will accept Dragon Ball then, just because again, Pokemon
Yeah.
is so specific that I can't count Pokemon no matter
Yeah,
what.
I think Pokemon is definitely too easy of an
It,
answer.
it is again because Pokemon got so big, it became a cultural cartoon for so many. Even to this day, it's still a cultural cartoon that gets played on kid specific channels. I mean, Disney played it on their block on Disney XD for a long
They
time.
also got Dragon Ball Z
Yeah,
Kai,
they did.
which was the town bicycle. It got around with everyone.
It did. It did. And hot take, and you know what? I don't care. For Kai is really good if you're really itching to rewatch Dragon Ball. I'm sorry. I know there are probably going to be so many people that would hate to hear that because you do
You're
miss
not
out on a lot.
getting
I will say,
DBZ anime experience if you don't waste an entire DVD on filler.
Listen, if you just want to watch it and experience it, I know it doesn't have the original score too for stuff. Kai is a good watch. It really is. And fucking, you know what? I'll use this. Fucking Kaiser Neko backs that shit up. Go watch 4-Star Bento and their reaction to their own series, because Kaiser says the same shit. And you know what? If you don't want to fucking trust me, go trust another fucking legend in the Dragon Ball community. So, that's all I have to say about that. Okay, but thank you, Riv. Yes, for those that might not catch on, Riv isn't as seasoned as me and Nuka are when it comes to anime.
That's a way of describing it.
But what we will transition to is and I'm gonna show you guys exactly just how non-anime Riv is in a sense of there is only one anime that we all can really talk about in a more depth. But on top of it, this was also the anime that outed him. While he tried to convince us all he doesn't watch
This is the
anime.
anime that outed me. My mom watched me in pants down, dick out.
So,
Couldn't escape it anymore.
Riv and Nuka, are you guys actively watching the stream?
I have it up.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect, good. Alright, so, let me swap some stuff around.
Sure.
So, we're going to... So, right here, as you'll see here, we have a lovely little TikTok right here of our lovely friend Riv. So,
This is shady.
if you'll notice the title here, which I know, it's kind of small, hard to see, but don't worry, I got you. There we go. Now you guys can see it in big, bold letters, and exactly know that right here, it says, I don't watch anime, lol. Now, I want you guys to pay attention to this corner of the screen. You see this right here. Here, I'll even, you know what? I'll do one better. I'll play this a little. Boom. Over here where this blue is. Pay attention. So, your jobs here are to remember, I don't watch anime, and watch LOL, and watch around this blue area. All right? And what's that? What's that? Hang on. We're gonna go back to the first part. We're going back to the first part, boys and girls. All right? To the first part. So right here it says right here. It says it right here. I don't watch anime, lol. Now let's refer back to that corner that I said. Oh! Is that Izuka Midoriya? And is that All Might? I am baffled. Is this an anime poster? But this couldn't be because look, the title. I don't watch anime. Lol. Make it make sense. Okay, that's it for my bit.
River, you have more anime posters up than I do.
I beat you both.
I have the one.
See, here's you know what? Here, hang on. We're going back to it. Give me a second. We're going back to it. Hang on. You know what? There is quite a decent thing because if you guys will take a look here, if we scroll down to the comments here, they're literally they're from a friend of the channel here. Shout out to you, Infinite.
Boy, Infinite.
Shout out to Infinite. I don't watch anime, quotations, has anime poster. To which he did do a video responding to this specifically. I just again want to point out that it is not just us that have seen this. Others have seen this. Others can see the folly that has fallen upon you.
Actually, does it say how many views it got?
It should. I actually don't know.
Yeah.
I can't. I don't think I specifically can see on desktop version. I can't see on desktop version. It looks like. I know it's got 30 likes.
Okay, so we can establish at least 30 people seen this.
Yep.
643.
Okay, that's quite a fucking bit. Oh my. Okay. So that is what we are working with here. So, that is why we also bully Rib. Also, if you saw in that caption, it said that he has called Demon Slayer Dragon Slayer, which, to be honest, we have also confirmed that is not super wrong in a sense that it is not anime, because there is an anime called Dragon Slayer. It is a one-shot OVA I cannot remember what the synopsis was, but
Presumably, it involves slaying
yeah.
dragon.
So yeah. There is one called Dragon Slayer, but it was quite funny, because even after we would correct Riv, he would still continue to call it that, unironically, mind you. But if you've been here long enough,
No,
you'll
I
actually
do it
remember that.
ironically, to be fair. I've learned. I've realized.
All right. Let's get back into it. We'll get back on track after that. But all right, so.
Yo, I'm just saying, no one would have if
Uh-huh.
Infinite never noticed I posted in the background. No one would have said anything.
It's true.
I would have
It's
gotten away
true.
with it.
You know what? Now you've been outed by Infinite. Man, how does that?
Where is that? Where is he?
Where's Infinite?
When I find you, Infinite, why?
Fuck. All right. So, all right. So Nuka.
Hi.
We're gonna start out by doing some simple questions about the anime that.
That demon in the chat making fun of me. Oh my god.
You know what? Reasons like this that chat is up on screen. Even if we don't communicate with y'all, these are the times that I'm glad that y'all are on screen. Okay, alright. So we're going to ask some general questions to kind of get to know all of our interests in anime the best we can. And Riv, to extend to you, I'm going to even say, and this can go for anyone, not just Riv, but because I know Riv isn't going to probably be able to answer a lot of these as you and me, Nuka. If you've been recommended, if you've seen through like memes or something, or somehow you've just found a general interest in something, you can answer with like stuff like that. Or if you even just know very basic borderline stuff that I don't know has stuck in your mind for some reason, answer the best you can to some of these. I mean, one of my goals is by the end of this, maybe we can convince him to finally start something at some point.
River, it's just a one-shot OVA. You can actually see Dragon Slayer. It's not
It's true.
And then I'll always be right.
Then I'll always be right.
You could be the only person to have only seen Dragon Slayer and not Demon Slayer.
Oh my god. Someone would be like, hey, have you seen Demon Slayer before? Nah. But I've watched Dragon Slayer. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? What? Okay, so, Nuka. Do you have a favorite genre of anime?
I'm a pretty eclectic guy.
Mm-hmm.
I do tend to stick with the fight punchies because I like the fight punchies.
Would you specifically then say mostly a lot of shonen fight punchies, though? Or would you just say fight punchies in general?
Fight punchies in general. There's
Okay.
also quite a bit of seinen in there.
Okay. Alright. Is there a genre that you dislike? And that you'll never touch or watch an anime in that genre?
So, I need to be careful how I'm going to say this. It's not comedy in general, but there's a specific type of, like, usually they're adapted from gag comics that are basically just gag second type shows.
It kind of like if Garfield was turned into like a cartoon based on the newspaper comics.
Yeah, or to give an actual example, something like Pop Team Epic.
Ah, okay, yeah, yep.
I've just never gotten into that type.
So many
I've
people
learned
really like
I need a plot.
Yes,
I need
okay.
a story structure.
Yes. So, okay,
Or
so
else it all falls apart.
comedy that has no point is a genre you don't like.
Correct.
Okay, that makes sense. Which now that to think about it, there's not that many animes like that.
Yeah, but the ones that do exist, I don't give a shit.
And it's weird because when you said Pop Team Epic, that is quite a popular one too.
Yeah, well, they can kiss my
Oh,
ass.
fair enough. Okay, is there a genre you haven't tried before, and is there a reason why you haven't?
Ooh. Uh. Good question. I know there is a type that I haven't really seen, but I'm not sure what it's really classified under.
Hmm. Which it's difficult
I think
nowadays.
the correct answer is the type that I want to see more of, but I haven't. I haven't seen a lot of specifically horror anime.
Okay, yeah. You know what? That's fair enough. Yeah, because there is a genre of horror anime. Because there was this like very short like horror specific anime that Shy showed me years ago. Like I want to say it was probably like 2017 or 2016. She showed me, but they were spooky. So there is like like actual horror specific anime
Yeah,
before.
there's general one. I just haven't. I've seen very little. Like the only one I have seen was Junji Ito collection, and it sucked.
Is that it? I might have to ask Shy later what it was, but that might have been it.
I
Shy
think
Shy
that
has
one
always
was
been into horror. Shy has been into horror for every kind of thing. She was, has helped me because I am now more. I like thrillers and suspense, so that blanket of horror is fine with me. Before I used to despise it. So, but honestly, I can actually even understand why anime specific because you can go pretty damn hardcore with your art style for horror when you're not like bound by I guess just physics, the ability to do things with CGI and stuff and make it still seem authentic. But when it's an animated cartoon thing, you could go pretty crazy. Um, but okay, yeah, that's okay. That I like that answer. Let's see here. Boop, boop, boop. All right. You know what? I'll actually save that. We'll continue this batch. So then I'll go next. So, favorite genre of anime. That is a little difficult for me. Um, because I I fluctuate like a lot. Like I have phases of what
Cop
genre of
out.
anime I'm in. It's not a cop out. It's just like I don't stick to one thing consistently. I'm always shifting, whether it's a full year, a couple months, because like for a good like 6 to 5 months, all I would read would be romance comedy manga, and I'd also only watch anime in that blanket of stuff. And then after a while, I got bored of that, and I switched to a lot of action and fighting oriented anime. And I was again with that for a good 5 to 6 months. Currently, it's comedy or slice of life, or both together. Um, Both of those have currently been what I'm into. Um, a series that Shy recommended we started picking up is I cannot remember the name for it, but she used to read it. It's apparently the first anime to feature an Omegaverse. But she knows the whole thing, and she's very excited to watch it. It is quite adorable. I wish I could remember the name, but I cannot. There's probably people who know exactly what I'm talking about, but yeah. So my answer right now is going to be slice of life comedy. Is my jam right now. Oh my god, I forgot my second question. Is there a genre that I hate?
Focus.
Is there a genre I hate? Oof. Let's see. I'm trying to actually think because I want to say that it's the. I don't know if this is considered a genre though. You know what? I guess it is. It is considered a genre, and Nuka will tell me. I dislike harem anime.
That's a genre.
Harem anime?
Okay. Yeah, harem.
As in like a
This-
sex harem.
No.
This is how you know River is young.
No, it doesn't have to be sexual. Like SAO
It usually
is
is.
most of the time, but SAO is also considered in that realm.
Sword Art
You're not
Online?
helping it. You're
Yeah.
not helping it
Yeah,
in terms of the not sex
Like, I'm
part.
sorry, I don't know. I know literally nothing about Sword Art.
Okay, fair enough. My mistake. That was for other people, but fair enough. More the non-sexual side, the one where it's just the main character has different options of female interests, not to like fuck, but to be romantic with. What?
You're making it sound.
Huh?
You sound like such an old man describing
Do
it
I?
that way.
Do I? Well,
Okay,
yeah.
yeah.
I just want to point out in chat.
They got quite
Yes.
a few choices in terms of their romantic options.
Well, because River did make a good point. When you hear that, you will lean over to the ecchi or the hentai side of things.
Yeah, that's because 90% of the time it's either is ecchi or it's skirting the line.
A lot of it does slide into that slice of life comedy too, but I don't like when it's one male character and all these other female characters that just seems like this dude is actively trying to flirt with all of them and not really making a decision, kind of just going with the flow. But I also, on top of it, the trope that it's also always in there, the ones where those accidents happen and something lewd occurs and it causes extreme like misunderstanding. I hate that. It pisses me off. It doesn't make sense. An example of it is in Persona 4 when Yosuke asks for private lessons to study for exams. Yukiko takes that as a sexual joke and slaps the shit out of him when he wasn't even making anything like that. I don't like that stuff. That stuff just, it's not funny to me. It's not comedy. It's just it's kind of annoying. I guess it's also because it's like physical violence to punish a mistake or mishap or misunderstanding. Again, is not funny to me. But also, I am not a fan of a bunch of, and it doesn't have to just be girls. It can be, any gender, but a large group of any gender and one sole gender is just kind of messing around, playing in each pond, if you would, and it just, I don't know. It's not interesting to me. If you're gonna do a romance story, I want there to actually be like a romance happening and an actual progression towards that, instead of a bunch of episodes with different love interests and this playful, borderline ecchi interactions that never get brought up ever again. So yes, no, I'm not a fan of harem anime at all. Oh, and last thing is because there will also be a lot of times where sometimes they will have a specific love interest. Like, set into it, and eventually that character will either get together with them or get together with one of the others, and then it just seems like everyone else gets ignored by the main character. The main character just becomes this fucking asshole that just pretends none of them exist anymore because he's found the one that he wants, which just makes me go ugh. Okay, so there's there's mine for that. The last one is there a genre that I haven't tried? Again, this one I'm not sure if it's a genre. I haven't tried many light novel adaptations. I've only ever tried one, and that's Konosuba. Other than that, I've not watched any other animes that start off as a light novel and then become an anime. I don't know if that counts as a genre, Nuka, or not.
You're stretching things a bit.
Stretching things? Okay, then...
To be fair, a lot of the light novel things are also isekais.
Yeah, and I've watched plenty of isekais. So
I feel you're stretching, but
yeah,
I also want us to get to River.
Mm-hmm. We'll go with that. If I can come up with anything better, I'll go. All right, Riv, are you ready?
I guess. This is actually gonna be a really hard question.
Yeah.
I guess. From what I've seen, typically like
no one said Konosuba was a harem. Pay attention and then ask shit. Anyways, go ahead, Riv.
I thought that was directed at me for a second. I was like, what the fuck did I say?
Go ahead.
But I guess typically of the animes that I have seen, I guess the closest thing that unites most of them is like shonen. Like I watch shonen animes.
Okay.
Typically,
Yeah.
like Dragon Ball. I've seen like a couple things like Naruto.
Yeah, even a couple. If that kind of genre just gels with you in any sense, like you could see yourself sitting down and committing to at least 3 episodes, I'd say that counts.
But I think like even like of the anime I've tried to like sit down and watch, I'm like, oh, I enjoy this, and I just dropped it because like for one reason or another.
Mm-hmm.
Like there was one, it's called like K. I think that might fall, like from what I understand of the genre, that fits into the genre. But typically, I find myself like if I'm enjoying an anime, it's probably like a shonen.
That makes sense.
In my experience.
That makes sense, honestly.
Yeah.
Okay. Again, answer the best you can. Is there a genre you don't like?
Ooh.
This can be even based off memes. If a meme has like sullied a specific anime genre for you.
You know, this has nothing to do with memes, but like,
Mm-hmm.
in my like, there's just like not just like in within the anime sphere, but also like in general, isekais really bother me.
Ooh, okay.
And I don't know why.
You don't know why? Okay, all right.
Like I hate the genre of, you know, you're thrust into this land you know nothing about.
You get
You just have to
reborn and
figure
have a
out, and now
second
you're
life.
fighting
Yeah.
fucking God. Like what the fuck do you mean?
Okay.
Like, I know Mystery Dungeon, the Mystery Dungeon games are not isekai games. In my head, I understand the Mystery Dungeon games are not isekai games. I have
Legends
never
Arceus
beaten the
is.
Mystery Dungeon games because I hate the idea of like, oh, this random, like you're a random probably person dropped into the sort of Pokemon, and now you're fighting God. Like what the fuck? Are you talking
say
about?
that. Damn, Mystery Dungeon is basically an isekai.
It
I'm
is.
saying, right?
It is.
Like I understand that people love these games, and I'm happy for you. I do not love these games. I'm so sorry.
What we're saying, Gobi, is you got shit taste.
Damn. Riv, I want you to
Yes.
know, Legends Arceus is also an isekai.
Kind of, But, like, not in the
100%.
same way. I guess. Yeah.
Okay, so here's another thing. Isekai, what isekai has become in the anime world is dying, getting reborn, and being sent to another world. Isekai in general just means alternate world from the normal. For instance, there is an anime coming out that is in partner with DC called
DC.
Yeah, like
The comics.
yeah,
DC Comics.
yes, DC Comics. Why am I spacing out on the name? Oh my god, why am I spacing out on the name of it? Nuka, do you know what I'm talking about?
The Harley Quinn thing?
Yeah. Oh my god, but Isekai's in the name of it.
Harley Quinn's getting an isekai anime?
Suicide
Suicide
Squad Isekai?
Yeah, Suicide Squad Isekai is what it's called.
Suicide Squad is getting an isekai?
Yep.
What the
So,
why?
people are confused on why it's called that. They were thinking that the plot of the show would be these DC characters getting isekai'd into some other thing. But if you watch the trailers, they're not. They're in their own universe. Again, it could be... that could change. It could be based... We might not be getting all the info in the trailers, but the base meaning for isekai is just alternate world from what we know. So the Suicide Squad Isekai is a realm of the Suicide Squad, but it's anime, so it's going to be very different from what we know as DC. So even though this is Harley Quinn and this is Joker, they're not going to be like what we're used to. So that's in a sense what Isekai means. So technically in that blanket, Arceus does follow in that sense, because we are transported. It's like a fusion. We're transported to another world that is different from our own, because in the world we're from, Pokemon is a game in Arceus. And now we're coming into a world where Pokemon are actually legit and real. So
I thought the plot of Arceus is that a trainer from the future is being sent into the past.
Sorry, I gotta let a cat out. Did they ever specifically say that we were a trainer from the future?
I assumed that was the implication.
Okay.
Because because you
unlock
some of the legend.
That still
But I know
follows.
you unlock some of the legendary, the mythical legendaries by reading books in the Conic Blade library.
Oh.
So in my head, that's future you.
I mean, I guess you're right, because then we have that dude from 5th
information
gen who got
Huh?
sent. Because we have that dude from 5th gen who got sent to there. So I guess yes, but I mean, it also still falls under that blanket of alternate world. And
Sure. I guess if you look at it that way, I understand why you would say. I understand why you would say it's isekai. But when I say I don't like isekais, I mean specifically that genre of isekai where it's
get hit
you
by
drop
Truck
through the
Coon,
world.
and then your god tells you, "Hey, I chose you to give a second chance to."
Yeah, and now
Become
you're
a god.
in Cardboard Box World. Look what the fuck are you talking about? That's what I consider an isekai.
I will say, the handful of isekai I have watched, they've had to really grab me. Like, Reincarnation as a Slime. I like the first season.
What?
I didn't like... It's a good watch. It really is.
I'm sure.
I didn't continue after the first season just because I didn't like... I don't know. It didn't feel as fun anymore to me. I don't know. It just didn't. Konosuba is one that I think is great. Even though it's an isekai, after you get past that premise of it, and you're just in the world and all the characters are established, you forget it's an isekai. And you just then enjoy the pure comedy. A fucking great watch if you have not watched Konosuba. It is phenomenal. I can't think of any other isekais that I've watched off the top of my head. I can't remember the name of it. Is it... It's Re-something. Shit.
ReZero?
ReZero, thank you, yes. ReZero is a good psychological, like mindfucky one, that is a lot of fun. They use the premise of what an isekai is to really fuck with your head. I really also recommend that. But I can also see where he's coming from. There are so many isekais now. So many. There is a bunch.
They all have such long fucking titles.
Yes. Well, do you actually know the reason for that, Nuka?
Because they don't want to make a summary, so they just make the title the summary.
Yeah, it's not that they didn't want to make a summary. It's back in the day, they couldn't put a summary on the websites they were using to catch people, to attract people. They could put a summary, but they thought it'd be better if their title just explained what it's about. So, you just chose on your first look. Your first look of it. I mean, an isekai that Nuka and I have both, I think, experienced that is pretty fun, though, is the vending machine one, Nuka.
I'm sorry, does someone get reincarnated as a vending machine?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Oh, okay. I'm happy I guessed that.
It's actually really good. They did things that I was not prepared for, with a main character being a fucking vending machine, and I clap to their fucking writing ability because it's great. It's phenomenal. It's fantastic. All right. So then, last question is there a genre you dislike? Or did I already ask that? Yeah. Is there one that you haven't tried, and why?
I think it might be quicker to list the ones you have.
Exactly. Yeah. Is there one that sticks out to you the most that maybe multiple people have recommended, but there's just something holding you back from wanting to try that specific genre?
No, not really.
Mm-hmm. That's okay.
Here's the thing. I get anime recommendations like fairly often from you, from like people at work, people like in real life who come in.
From people in real life that come in? What does that mean?
Like customers at my job, I mean.
Oh,
like,
okay.
They come in.
I thought people just walked into your house and are like, bitch, watch Mashal.
No, like they see me wearing my I actually got caught up today.
Right. This man I'm gonna interrupt him. When I first met this man, I thought he was like an anime weeb. And he would come into work wearing, like, Kakashi shirts and other anime shirts. And then to find out this man knows dog shit about anime. It's like when someone says, I have gaydar, I can tell you who's gay. And then you see that they're just bullshitting you. I felt like a fraud. I felt like an absolute fraud. He threw my game off so much. I felt like a fraud.
Or weebdar.
Or weebdar.
Everyone says this. I get this I get the conversation all the time. One of my shift supervisors came up to me recently and was like, River, what do you think about this anime? I be like, dog, I have no idea what the fuck you're talking about. He goes, oh, I thought you watch anime. I go, yeah, everyone thinks that.
I mean, it's just, I feel like it's your destiny, and you're just running away from it.
And I'm just running away from it, yeah.
You're just running away from it, man.
They're trying to isekai me into the world where I watch anime, and I just can't do it.
Oh my god, imagine that as an isekai premise. I've been isekai'd into a world where I'm forced to watch anime. I've been reincarnated as a fucking couch, and I'm forced to watch anime.
But actually, recently I went to a hookup. And I was wearing my Kakashi shirt, and he had asked me some question about.
Oh my god!
I think it was what is it? I want to the name. I want to the names in my head. If it's wrong, it's gonna be bad. Howl's Moving Castle?
Huh?
Howl's Moving Castle.
Oh, okay. It's Studio Ghibli.
Was that right?
Yeah.
Okay.
One of Shai's favorites.
Yeah, he asked me some question about it, and I was like, "Oh, yeah, I've never seen it." He goes, "Oh, what shirt are you wearing?"
Actually, you know what? I'm gonna say. You know what, Riv? I'm gonna challenge you to this.
Yes.
Read the Howl's Moving Castle book. There is a book.
Okay.
Read that book. Shai's read the book. Read the book, and then I don't know if you wanna. We can do a movie night in the Discord, or you can find time yourself to watch the movie. They're different. They really are. They're both great in their own right, but I know it's more likely that you'll sit down and read a book before you will watch the movie.
Oh my god.
But I also feel like you'll also have a better ability to read the book than to dedicate time to sitting down and watching the movie. But I think you would enjoy. I think you would enjoy most Studio Ghibli movies. Honestly, even the latest one that just won an Oscar, Boy and the Heron, is fantastic. But I know you like to read, so I feel like you would thoroughly enjoy reading Howl's Moving Castle. Yeah. Okay, but was that all, Riv?
I never actually answered the question, did I?
Oh shit, you're right. You didn't.
Damn.
If you don't
I
have an
guess
answer for it, that's okay too.
No. But the thing is, just have trouble getting into anime in general.
See,
I think the last time I sat down and watched anime was for My Hero and Death Note.
Okay. Don't go into that too much because that's something we will come back to you about.
But why? Okay.
Yeah. So.
But I guess for anime, you know what? I don't know what genre of anime it is, but Attack on Titan, I watched the first episode, couldn't do it.
Oh.
And this is back when I was having a minor
I could make
anime
so many people angry with what I could say right now.
Say it.
River doesn't like mech animes.
Is that what it is?
In a sense.
It is half mech, half monster, half
kaiju.
Piece of shit.
Yeah. Okay. To be fair.
Yeah, I said it. Get fucked.
I'm gonna agree with. I mean, I wouldn't say it's a piece of shit. It doesn't hold up. It had hype. It had a place. There's a lot of.
It is not as good as you remember it.
No, it's he's right. It's not. And what makes it worse is they dragged it out. So you'll spend years waiting for a continuation. They'll set up a story for 2 seasons, and then you'll be waiting forever for the next couple of seasons. Forever. And then they'll start splitting.
That's not really a thing. That's not really an issue.
Oh, no. Wait. Let me finish. They split these seasons up too, and expect you to continue to stay enthralled. Jesus fucking Christ. Can you guys hear that?
Yeah.
You guys can hear that?
Yeah.
Yeah, what is that?
That's my cat scratching my door because she wants to come in. If you guys can hear that, means Stream can hear it. God damn it.
Can you believe Gobi doesn't want to let the cat in?
Because what's going to happen is she's going to come over to my desk, she's going to steal my chair, and then she's going to meow like a bitch.
Like that?
Yep. I am busy. You need to go on the bed and wait. Okay. What Nuka was saying is it doesn't hold up. And it's true. It doesn't. They paced it horribly with waiting. So anyone who was currently watching the show as it was coming out was waiting. Now that's not a problem because you can watch it in one go. But you can see if you rewatch it, you can still see that those gaps in time affected how everything came together. And they try to do a mindfucky thing that I personally don't think really felt like it paid off. I don't know. We won't go too much into it, but I can understand that, River. And sadly, that wouldn't be really a genre. It sadly is just that anime.
Mm.
Yeah, because there isn't really more anime like that.
And thank God.
Yeah.
God for that. Apparently.
Exactly.
I just.
So, I guess, yeah, I don't know. We'll take that as an answer just because I don't want us to spend too long in a sense. But again, you don't have as much experience, so don't feel like you have to force an answer to. If you don't know something, that's fine too. We'll eventually get you to that point, and then we'll do a second one of this, and we'll be able to actually have you answer those. All right. So we're gonna move on to the next. So, this next one is actually gonna be different for River. I'll be asking him kind of basically what he already kind of started talking about. But this one is gonna be for me and Nuka. So Nuka,
Hi, I'm Nuka.
is there an anime, a specific anime, that you just hate, and why do you hate it? And I don't know. I mean, if it is Attack on Titan, but I mean actual like. You watched it. You wanted to either like hit something or break something or go on rants to strangers and tell them how much you hated it.
So,
Mm-hmm.
I will, like, exaggerate my hatred for Attack on Titan. I don't like it.
Yeah.
But it's not like that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You don't spend your waking moments waking up having nightmares about Attack on Titan. I do, but.
Do you? Holy shit.
I don't wake up and immediately just like, fuck!
If you were in our Discord for the movie night where we watched that Attack on Titan live action movie, then you'll have nightmares. Because that one was a nightmare.
So.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to remember it.
Okay.
Because there was piece of shit. I think it was something like Makatao Sojo or something like that. It was this like 3D anime. It's 3D piece goddamn shit. It was just like 3 girls in a field being bitches.
What?
This is literally the plot. This is the opening scene of Macbeth.
What the fuck? Can you try and say the name again?
I don't remember the actual name because shocker of shocks. When
Mhm.
you don't like something,
Oh, yeah.
you try to not think about it.
You block it from your
Interesting. I do the opposite. I thoroughly try and remember why I hate it so I can bitch about it.
I had my bitching.
Fair enough. Okay, but all you remember
you gotta
is
let it go for the soul.
all you remember is 3 women in a field bitching?
Yeah.
Do you remember
And it
a
was
year?
3D. I think it was like 2018.
Alright, that's good. That's gonna be the thing that'll help. Do you remember if it was like on Netflix or something?
No, with my friends we watch it on different means.
Gotcha.
Wink, wink, nudge,
Yar,
nudge.
har, har. How you doing, Captain?
Yar, har, fiddle me dee.
Let's see. Why is this what comes up? It's not. Why did I get Star Wars? What? I wrote 3D anime shows, and I get fucking Star Wars Resistance. What the fuck?
I don't think that was the one with 3 ladies bitching.
No. Alright, I'm gonna try doing it as you described. 3D anime show in 2018 with 3 women.
Add shoujo. I know shoujo was in the name. SHOJUO was how it's spelled?
Okay, let's see. So 3D shoujo anime show in 2018?
Yeah.
Let's see if that can help. Let's go by release date. 2018. Oh, that's why I keep getting this one, because there's a show called 3D Kanjo Real Girl, so that's why that kept showing up. Let's see. I'm not getting much.
Was that a fever dream?
I don't know. The only thing that I don't know. There's this the picture there's 3 girls, but they're not in a field. It's called Orange, but you said a really long wild name, so I don't think it's that. Shoot.
Dude, I think you just made this up.
Did someone just make a random show and just so happened, like, plop it on the site
Right into
that my
Nuka's
friend
brain.
was using, and he was like, "Yeah, guys, let's watch it." And then I wanted to kill my friend.
Interesting.
It was
Okay.
all an elaborate setup.
That's 2014, not 20... There was a field. Shoot, I really want to know what this is. Anything else you can remember about it, by chance? We'll move on if you can't.
No, as we've established, repression.
Fair enough. Alright. Are you still able to get in contact with the person that showed it to you?
Yes, but I doubt they're gonna remember.
If you can, give it a shot, because I am quite interested. I will probably spend
Hold
time
on.
looking for
I'll
it
ask.
in my personal time. Oh, it didn't have to be right now, but I appreciate it.
I mean, I could send them a message.
That works.
Gobi.
That works.
We have the internet.
Do we? Oh, the internet's great.
We have technology.
We have the technology. All right. But mostly that's is that where you would end your answer for that question, Nuka?
Here's the thing. A part of me wants to say yes, that's the it, so you guys have a chance. Another part of me wants to mention a show that actually exists.
Go for it.
So but the what I'm thinking of is, you know what? I'll go with the one that sort of disappointed me the most.
Okay, yeah, that works
It
too.
was the 3D Godzilla anime.
Oh, okay.
What?
Okay. Interesting. What disappointed you about it?
It was just fucking boring.
Okay. There was no real plot?
No plot.
There was eventually a plot,
Oh
but-
no, eventually a plot.
but it was just kind of fucking boring.
Shit. Huh.
So, there.
Did you finish it? Or did you drop it?
It was like 3 movies.
Okay.
I saw the first one, and because I didn't like it, I didn't see the others.
Fair enough.
Maybe it improved. Maybe it didn't. I don't know. It lost me, so I consider it a failure.
I think that's very fair. All right. Thank you, Nuka. So I will go on to mine. So, um, mine is a. I've bitched about this before, so I'll see if any of y'all remember me bitching about it, because I went ham on it. So, uh, I really hate and dislike the anime Remain.
I think you mentioned this.
Yeah. It's a sports anime. I'll start that off. It's a sports anime about water polo. And now you're probably thinking, well,
I remember this now.
Yeah, okay. Do you, Riv? Riv? Uh-oh. I think River died. River!
River!
Sorry, my entire life dismantled.
Your entire life dismantled?
Yeah.
Holy shit!
My headphone jack came out. And
Okay, alright. Did you hear what
I'm
we
back.
said, though?
I heard something about water polo, and then it went dark.
So, I'm talking about the anime I hate with a passion. And it's an anime called Remain. Yeah. It's a sports anime about water polo. Do you remember me bitching about this anime by chance?
Sounds vaguely.
Okay. So some of it might trickle, hit these two's brains again. I'll reiterate. So, I enjoy sports anime. I really do like them. Haikyuu is the one that got me into it, and if you've ever been weary on sports anime, I recommend you give Haikyuu the chance. I'd stay away from Free. Free is going to make it difficult. At least anything after the first season of Free. But I recommend Haikyuu. So, I had, like I said before, I have these times where there are genre-specific arcs in my life. And I was on a big anime sports one. I had done Kuroko no Basket, Slam Dunk, the rugby one, All Out, oh my god. Can't remember. There's another one. Doesn't matter. So I was looking for more. And Remain came out. It was a newer anime about water polo. And I was like, okay, cool. I know nothing about water polo. This is going to be kind of fun and cool. I'm interested in it. It was honestly a fantastic watch because they set it up not just as a sports, but as kind of a mystery in a sense. Because the main character is a high schooler who lost his memory while he was still in middle school. So he was competing in a game. He got into, I think he was just actually just traveling and got hit by a car or a bus or something. He got hit.
It's a failed isekai.
Yeah, he got hit, and instead of killing him, he ended up going to a long coma, and when he woke up from it, he had amnesia. He kind of goes about his life trying to just live it, even though he doesn't really remember a lot of things. He only goes by what his family tells him. Some things in his room that he sees, like his interest in water polo and stuff. Kind of some interactions with people that knew him before he got amnesia. And he kind of has to try and relearn who he is, his love for the sport of water polo, and it's kind of fun. It was fun to watch. They were doing a great job. The characters were fun. The experience was fun. I was enjoying learning about the game for water polo and stuff. And then they lose you in the last, I think, 3 or 4 episodes. Because guess what they do? They have him get hit by another vehicle. He watches a video, a video that someone recorded of a practice that they were doing for water polo while he was still in middle school. To his surprise, he was being a complete and utter dickhead. He was yelling at people, telling them they were worthless, bullying them, and just being outright a piece of shit. And also saying that he didn't need them, that he could just do everything by himself. When this entire time throughout the old anime, they're explaining how teamwork is important and friendship is needed and woo, all that. He gets freaked out because he doesn't want to become that person, and you know, it scares him that that was him at one point. And then he gets hit by another vehicle and his memory comes back. But he loses all the other memory. So his mind like reset to when he was in middle school. So he has no memory of any of his high school life, of anything he had just done, and it's reset to when he had got hit that first time. So now he's back to being a dickhead, a piece of shit. And the rest of the anime, the last couple of episodes, are literally just that. He's a piece of shit to the team. They forcefully write in that he kind of just accepts that this is the team. He doesn't understand what's happening. It's kind of, he's just thrusted into it. But he still doesn't care for these people. The show literally ends with him still being a piece of shit. It is the worst way you could have ended a series ever. You build up this character, and you enjoy this character. And then you give this reveal of what they used to be. And then you turn them back into it. And then you don't have them learn anything. It's not like he turned back into it, and then he realized, oh shoot. Or even got back some of those memories that he had when he wasn't that rude-ass dickhead person. No. They kept him like that. They didn't change him, and he didn't change. So it just felt like a waste. It felt like a fun experience that you got to have that then got just... You got stabbed in the eyes for the end. And you just had to deal with your bloody stabbed eyes for the rest of the show. So that's my rant. I hate Remain. And it sucks. It sucks. It's the fucking worst. Okay, Nuka. Any response by chance?
Yes.
Oh, really? Is it I don't know?
Maho Sojo Naria Girls.
Oh shit, did you already look it up?
I looked it up. It's the one.
Okay.
Gobi, I hate you for asking this question.
Oh, I brought back memories.
Yeah, I would have rathered you'd have not.
Do you remember why you hate it now?
Because it's shit.
You know what? That's the same argument I just have for Remain. Alright, I won't dive too much into it because I don't want you to suffer anymore. Alright, Riv. Your question isn't going to be related to that because I don't think you've watched enough anime to actually be able to answer that question. Right?
No.
Yeah. So,
No.
My question is actually going to be, you have actually watched anime, though. Like,
Yes.
we are bullshitting, making fun, and poking, here and there, goofing. But you have watched anime.
Yes, I'll pick up a chip and I'll eat it.
Fuck, imagine if that's what the name of that fucking anime was.
Whenever I'm like, oh, I just big brain the shit out of that, I pick up a chip and I ate it. It's so stupid. But yeah, I've seen. I have consumed anime content.
Yes. So Death Note and My Hero are the things that I know you have watched. I don't know to what degree, again, because there is a second season to Death Note. I don't know if you've watched the entirety of Death Note.
I was not aware there's a second.
Oh.
I know.
Yes.
I died.
Huh?
Spoilers if you all didn't know.
Oh, that happens in the second season.
Does it?
Yeah, because he doesn't die in the first season. Or wait, because Elle's the one who dies in the first season.
I remember. I don't know why I would remember him dying. I must have seen that like online somewhere.
Yeah, I mean it's
Yeah.
it's possible. I mean the anime has been around for so long. To be honest, it is possible you've seen it somewhere. And it's a lot of people's first entry into anime, a lot of times. Or people who aren't anime fans but said, yeah, I've tried anime and I loved Death Note. I mean, yeah, there are a lot of people that I didn't expect that have watched anime go, yeah, I love Death Note. Death Note was great. I'm like, oh, okay. Okay, so we've heard you talk about how, you know, anime just sometimes doesn't really gel with you, and you don't find yourself sitting down to grasp it and watch it.
Mhm.
What was it about these two anime that then actually grabbed you and made you want to watch it? Because, to be fair, these are two insanely different genre of anime that you have actually sat down to watch. What about them grabbed you so much?
Oh, that's actually I think for My Hero at least, it kind of just because there was like the first couple of seasons were fully dubbed, and it was like simplistic.
Up to what season, if you remember?
Like the first and second season, I'm pretty sure. Like they
So
were
have
fully
you
dubbed
only
when I
ever
started
so
watching.
you've only seen the 2 seasons?
No. I've seen up to like season 4.
Ah, okay. You know what? You know what? That's actually pretty good. That is actually quite a bit of consumed anime content there. That's good.
I mean, it's not One Piece, but you know.
No, but for someone like for you who
For me,
did this
who,
whole
like,
thing,
cannot
yeah,
do it.
exactly. Like to get through, because My Hero isn't a short series. Each season is about what 25, 26 episodes.
Yeah, they're like fairly long seasons.
Yeah,
if I remember correctly.
exacally.
It's been a while since I actually sat down to watch it. Which actually goes back into it because because those first 2 seasons of My Hero were fully dubbed. When I started watching it, and like the plot was simplistic enough that I could follow along no matter what. Like I could like follow along, leave the room for a little bit, come back, and I still know what's going on. I think that's what a lot of it was because like it's not a particularly hard anime to consume.
No,
like I'm gonna be so real. Like I liked it. It's not a hard anime to watch.
It's not. No.
But
it's
I
a
think it was
superhero anime. It's like I mean, the creator is inspired by superhero comics. It's apparent in so many different ways, and as we know, there's so many superhero movies and TV shows and stuff.
There is?
What do you mean? You're joking, right?
Yes.
Thank God.
Gobi, when am I ever serious?
You sounded pretty serious right there. I just want to let you know. You got me with that one. But it is a big abundance of content in cinema in general. So I think that makes sense that it was so easy to, because I mean, how much have you watched much of any of the superhero cinema universes, Riv?
Like Marvel, DC.
Yeah.
That shit.
Mm-hmm.
No, not even because the thing is I don't even like superhero content that much.
This makes it even more interesting.
It's really like I don't know what it was about My Hero Academia that caught my attention.
Did you want to fuck All Might? Is
that it? No. Actually Endeavor.
What version? What version of All Might?
I've had the 2 versions of
All Might. Huh?
But no, not even. I don't know what it like. I think also part of it is that a lot of the characters were similar to content I've like consumed in the past.
Oh.
And please forgive me. It's been like 4 years since I've seen
it. I mean, I think we're on season 6 of the anime right now.
Yeah, it's been I have not consumed content in so long. I was wearing my shirt today, and some guy, like my Hero shirt today. Some guy came in and he was like, "Oh yeah, the 8th season comes out like Wednesday or whatever." And I was like, oh, I wouldn't know. This is my boyfriend's shirt. Fully lied, so I didn't have to engage in that
Yeah.
conversation anymore. Like,
Riv, season 4 aired in 2019.
yeah, no, it's been
Yeah.
a long time. It's been a long, like college and all that shit.
It's been
like
like
it really
5
was.
years.
Yeah. What was I saying? Oh yeah, like Todoroki. That's his name.
Yeah, the Fire and Ice guy.
Icy
Yeah,
hot.
Icy
Huh?
hot. Icy's not on
I get him
Thursdays.
confused with Bird Guy. Bird Guy's Tokoyami.
Tokoyami, yep.
Yeah, Todoroki Tokoyami. Yeah, Todoroki. Because he was very similar.
I feel like I know where you're going.
Zuko.
Yep.
It again just made
Yep.
it very easy because this anime was not only easy to follow along but also borrowed a lot of tropes that I was already familiar with. It was a lot easier to be actively engaged and watch it, be doing something else while watching it, leave the room and come back, watch it, and still understand what's going on. And that's something that I think is like the biggest barrier for me watching anime.
Okay.
Is that when I'm doing no matter what I'm doing, no matter where I am, once I start doing something, I would much rather be doing something else.
Okay.
So I have to start doing something else. So I'll on my phone, I'll be writing an essay. I'll be doing literally be doing something else while still trying to be actively engaged. And when something is in a different language, when something follows different cultural standards that I don't really fully understand and grasp, that makes it so much harder for me to focus.
Whoa, okay. Wow.
So I just don't.
This is interesting.
I just don't watch it.
Okay.
That's the biggest barrier.
So,
but because My Hero has so many Western cultural influences in it that I can see and I can gel with and recognize and be like, yeah, I know exactly what's going on. It was just easy. It was just easy to focus on.
Honestly, yeah, I could. I definitely could understand that, and even though the joke you made before about your favorite anime and whatnot being Avatar, I actually can see why. I mean, everyone's made that the connection between Todoroki. I mean, the voice actors for Zuko and Todoroki have done a TikTok where they've interacted in character. So I mean, it's not that far-fetched. Is it on purpose? I don't know. I don't know if the creator has said anything about it or whatnot, but Avatar, just like River has said, is also simplistic. You don't need to know too much besides there are 4 elements that people can bend. There is the Avatar that can do all of it. There's a war going on right now. And the Fire Nation caused that. And then it's just Aang and his friends going to different places, getting into crazy, wacky things. They have...
Fucking the moon.
That too.
Fucking the moon, as one does.
There isn't a lot to that you can get lost in, And I can agree with him that My Hero also has that thing. It's about a kid who wants to be a hero, gets that dream, and now he just goes to this school where he gets to learn how to be that and gets thrusted into all these different scenarios where he has to be a hero. And it's just a simple concept to follow, Something I actually want to mention, since you said, anime's become so big now, Riv, that there are quite a bit of dubs for anime now. Honestly, a lot of the times that new series comes out, there's been a larger and larger amount of simulcasting where they release the Japanese and the dubbed version of these things at the same time. So
that wasn't, but that's also another thing is accessibility. My Hero was just fully released on Hulu.
Listen, Riv,
when I was in high school.
We'll talk off stream, but I can get you. I can get you the stuff.
I can 100% find it now if I wanted to, but 15, 16-year-old me who did not give 2 shits either way. At
wasn't
the time,
wasn't 12-year-old me scounging through YouTube for the next part of Bleach.
I was not in the trenches
Yeah.
with y'all. I'm sorry. I was what's the word? Not absconded. I deserted. I deserted the war efforts. I'm sorry. but but like my hero was not only was like everyone around me talking about my hero. I think the what's the word? Those people like that series where they dub animes, but it's not like they're actually dubbing animes.
Oh, you mean Abridges?
Abridges, yeah. Like the abridge was like all over Instagram at that point.
Wait, the one by
that one.
God, you
my
could not
4-star.
have said that in a way to make us feel more old.
Oh my gosh.
I think my back just went out.
Wait, Riv, have you watched like the Dragon Ball Z
I've not
bridge?
seen any abridges. No, I've not seen a single one.
All right,
I've seen like a couple.
because the My Hero one is a one-off.
I've seen like clips, like that one where Goku is like, he's like, oh my god, he kissed him and he brought he put his mouth on.
That's not an abridge.
Weird.
No,
that's not an abridge.
That's
real,
actual Dragon.
Everyone
that's Super.
is pissed at it.
That's Dragon Ball Super.
That's not an abridge.
No, that's actual Dragon Ball Super.
So you're telling me canonically Goku has 2 kids and canonically has never kissed?
Apparently, according to the writers of Super.
Consider it canon. It's not real.
Whether you consider it canon or not, Super's canon. So
it's canon until it isn't.
Yeah, that's not an abridged, sadly. that is sadly legit.
The way I was like in my head, like, yeah, this never happened.
I mean,
someone's trying to be funny.
This just goes to show you that nowadays they're doing some wild shit with these goddamn dubs. Not even dubs, just because like that's all. It's not just the dub that did that. I mean, that was just the writing for Super in that thing. I don't know why they did that. Like,
I think the guy that makes Super just doesn't like Goku.
Probably. I mean, which is again fair. I mean, I can understand why, but. It's just the wildest thing ever. Yeah, Mans has 2 children. Like, yeah. Again, I'm not gonna go into a whole Dragon Ball Super thing because I could go on and on and on and on about that. But no, but
Resurrection of F arc sucked.
Yeah. All I'm just gonna say is my boy Gohan deserves so much better. And you know what? I am glad he got his movie because actually, sorry to get off track. What did you think of that movie? Superheroes, I think it's called, with Beast Gohan.
So.
Okay.
I may not have seen it.
Really? Okay, then I'm not gonna say anything.
I know what happens, Gobi.
No. Okay, but to be honest though, I do think watching. I think it's in my opinion, it's the best. Okay, it's considering it's not newer, but the latest Dragon Ball thing to come out that felt really good. That felt like good old Dragon Ball. I can't remember if Akira Toriyama actually worked on this movie or not.
I think he was a consultant.
I thought so, but because I know he stepped away from a lot of stuff with Super and all that. Which also, I know it's been a while, but a quick RIP to the fucking goat Akira Toriyama. We're getting close to Daima releasing. That's the last thing he worked on, which sucks because it was great to hear that he was coming back to actually trying to do something in the series again and not just be a consultant. But RIP to a legend, a real legend. As we've even seen, someone like River, who's not too big into anime, Dragon Ball has been with him, and you know, if Akira Toriyama hadn't done that, River would be even more of just a mess. Okay. I know that this is getting long, but So then, what was it about Death Note then? Because Death Note is such a drastic difference from My Hero.
Okay, Death Note. I think when I was watching Death Note, that was right before Netflix had released their movie version of it. And so,
Really?
yeah, it must have been like either right before. It was in that time span.
Were you trying to watch the original series before watching the movie?
Which is interesting because I never ended up watching the movie.
Which is good.
Good.
I didn't watch it either because Shy watched it, and she says, don't even bother. And I've actually even, throughout the years I've tried, I've been like, maybe I'll give that Death Note anime an actual watch. And she'll continuously tell me, please don't waste your time with that. Please, don't bother. So, yeah, it's not worth it, apparently. Again, I can't say why. I actually never got to see it. Everyone stops me. Everyone just flat out stops me. So,
No one's letting Gobi make bad decisions.
yeah, I'm not allowed to play Genshin. Can't watch the Death Note movie. I have a lot of restrictions. Okay, but continue, Riv.
Oh. All I have to say is just that I guess I just started watching it so I could be able to compare it. Because, like,
Okay.
cultural differences, despite me struggling to get into anime because of the cultural differences, I wanted to see how the original source material would have translated into an American-made movie.
Okay.
Which, of course, never happened. But to do that, I would have to watch the original series, which I did. And, like, I don't know, I guess I just found it interesting enough to stick with it. Because I'm pretty sure I also had to watch that dubbed, so I
Makes
could
sense.
like
Yeah.
turn my brain off a little bit every once in a while.
It's been a while since I've seen Death Note, but I thought they did a good. I mean, besides the memed "I'll take a chip and eat it," I don't know if that was a dubism, or I don't know if that's
I
not.
think that was just the anime being over dramatic.
Okay, so even in Japanese, he did kind of exaggerate like that.
All according to Keikaku.
Oh wait! Oh, okay. I've heard that phrase before. I didn't know that was from Death Note.
Yes.
Oh, okay. All right. Fair enough. Shit, look at that. Learning. Okay. All right. So, but then you just ended up falling into actually enjoying Death Note.
Yeah, I just liked it. So I stuck with it.
What kept you to it? Just the story in general?
I think because at the time I had no idea how Death Note ended. So like, and of course it was such a
Technically,
cultural phenomenon.
technically you do, but you don't. Also, still to this day.
Kind of. But I guess like the cultural phenomenon that Death Note was, the fact that I could like engage in like consume as much of an understanding about it as I could before watching it without actually ever knowing what happens. I just like I have to see this anime to see why everyone loves it so much, but no one can tell me, like no one would tell me shit about it.
And you know what? I like I said before that like Death Note is such an entry point for a lot of people or people who tried anime that maybe not got into it but have these animes. You know, sometimes they'll go Cowboy Bebop, Vampire Hunter, Death Note. You know, they'll have those specific ones, and it's usually always Death Note that I hear.
Yeah, I was about to say, Death Note is the favorite anime of people that aren't into anime.
Exactly, yeah, exactly. And they're even the people that will also still go, I won't tell you about it, just watch it. Which is a very big anime, like, weeb or even casual watcher. A lot of them are, like, when it's their favorite one, they're gonna not want to say shit about it. They will want you to just sit down and watch it or refuse. And even for anyone who's not an anime watcher, they'll say, I love Death Note, but then they'll be like, I'm not going to say anything, just sit down and watch it. Or we'll go, or they'll invite you to watch it with them. You know? Because I've also found that a lot of Death Note enjoyers spend a lot of time without watching it, and then when someone shows an interest, they'll rewatch it with them. Almost as like it's an excuse because they couldn't find a way to. I don't know.
Like, they can't. They need a reason to watch
Yeah.
it again.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they for some reason they can't justify rewatching it themselves. They have to have a reason for it,
You have to engage. Yeah.
which I find interesting because I don't know. I'm big into rewatching shit regardless. Okay, so we're getting to like the 10-minute mark. Let's see. Okay, so this one was gonna be difficult. I did think about us doing a list, of course, but that would more center around me and Nuka, because again, your realm, River, is very minimal. So instead, what I'm gonna do is this. River, you said you've done some research. Did you actually?
No.
Okay. That's fair
I
enough.
wanted to. I
That's
wanted
fair
to,
enough.
but like I worked, and then I went to the gym, and I was doing all this other shit. I
It's
just never got it.
totally fair. So,
Sorry.
what I'm gonna have us do, and Nuka, we're just gonna do 3 between you and me, so we don't have to give it too much of a thought. Think of 3 anime to recommend to River, and the caveat is going to be entry level anime. Like, think of 3 entry level animes based on what you've just learned about Riv that you think he would enjoy. If you think 3 is too much, we can reduce the number.
Give me a minute.
Mm-hmm. No, yeah, of course, take a minute, because I've got 1, but I need to think of 2 others. Riv, while we're thinking, you can tell the people about your favorite My Hero ship.
My favorite My Hero ship?
Mm-hmm.
I do not have a favorite My
Oh,
Hero
then maybe a favorite character. And why?
favorite character.
Mm-hmm.
Probably Froppy. Because
For real?
I don't know what it is about characters who are just so absurdly designed.
I was actually not ready for this. I was expecting Kirishima. Okay, this was out of left
Kirishima?
field. Yeah, I was expecting Kirishima from you.
Why is that name not ringing?
The dude that turns into like a rock. Or that has like the hardest body, Red Riot, you know.
Why
Red
Kirishima?
hair. I don't know. You just seem like a Kirishima stand.
I feel like there's a gay joke in there. I feel like you want to make a gay joke so bad.
No, there's no gay joke. There literally isn't. You just
Which
Again.
was Kirishima again?
Red Riot,
That's
the guy with the
Red Riot.
hard,
Guy
the
with red
hard,
hair,
the hardening.
He, like, into his body.
Yeah, this sounds like you're trying to make a gay joke.
Does it?
Right?
Why?
Like, I'm
Wait,
not me.
where? I don't understand.
You're saying he's really into the guy that gets all hard.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that was not the attempt whatsoever.
Also, if I remember correctly, people really want him and Bakugo to fuck.
They do, yes.
I don't
do.
want that because I don't want Bakugo to feel joy.
Oh my god! That is like the best answer ever. No, I just actually thought that'd be a character that you really liked. I don't know. A lot of people like him. He's quite a fan favorite. So
No, he's a funny guy.
yeah.
If I remember correctly.
All right, I need to go back
It's
to
been
thinking.
a hot minute.
I need to go back to thinking.
But yeah, Froppy was probably my favorite. Again, just an absolutely absurd design, extremely funny. Like I feel like she has a lot of comedy. I cannot remember anything comedy she does in the show, but she has a.
I can't remember anything she does on the
It's
show.
been 4 years. It's been so long.
5 actually, homie.
Oh my god.
Yeah, 2019, homie.
College.
I mean, dude, actually, if you think about it, it's been longer because season 4 was 5 years ago. and there's 4 seasons. So that's only 5 years ago that 4 seasons were. If we were thinking to the actual beginning of the series, that's even longer. Like, because you didn't watch My Hero when it came out. Do you remember when you started watching My Hero?
It must have been like a good year or two after. It was fully dubbed for like 2 seasons. So, like it was out for a hot. And I think the abridged is what like actually convinced me.
So
If it even
okay.
was the abridged, because there was this one scene that was like a meme online of like I'm a failure. Nothing I can do will ever be successful. Damn, I've been falling for a really long time. I don't remember if that was like the abridged or like the actual.
That one was
scene.
the abridged.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
I remember it being the abridged, but like at this point, what the fuck do I know?
Riv, My Hero's dub for the first season was in 2016. 8 years ago. Holy shit. Alright, Nuka, have you thought?
I got a list.
How many?
I have it to 3.
3, okay. I've been talking, so I still only have the 1. So if you want to start with yours, go for it.
Speaking of gay jokes, Yuri on Ice.
Okay.
I don't know. I just think,
I kind of agree.
Okay, question: is that one actually gay?
Yes.
Or
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, legitimately.
I keep
Legit.
seeing it. I'm not sure if it's one of those things that people are saying is gay because of the characters,
No.
or if it's actually gay.
That's why I'm saying this one, because this is the one time when it's actually gay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. No. It's a good watch. I don't know
so
if it
there's
holds
that
up.
one.
I don't know if it holds up nowadays because I haven't watched it since the release. If anything,
I haven't watched it straight up. I just think it'd be
Oh.
up River's alley.
I agree. If anything, Riv, watch the opening theme because it's a banger.
We're trying to get him to watch the actual show.
I do, but I feel like okay.
If
To
he
be honest,
watches the show, he's gonna see the theme.
yes, but to be honest, a theme song that recently released just made an anime super mega popular. So I'm gonna start recommending theme songs to people in hopes that they'll pick up the anime.
Me just going through Nate Wants to Battle discography.
I mean that works too, honestly. But okay, continue, Nuka.
I wore one of his
Oh
shirts
Jesus
to work
Christ!
one
Cat,
day.
not now.
Actually, never mind. Sorry.
No. I was talking to the cat, not you.
No, like the story has to tell has nothing to do with.
Oh, okay. Yeah. No, the cat just jumped on me. Okay, continue, Nuka.
So this one is probably the least beginner friendly of them, but I think it's still pretty beginner friendly, especially if you go dubbed. Love is War.
Oh,
because-
okay.
That's fucking hilarious, and I think River will get a kick out of it. River has good taste.
River does have good taste.
What was it called?
Love is War.
Love is War. Gotcha.
It might also be under Kaguya-sama.
Mm.
And then, correct me if I'm wrong, River, have you seen any of the Ghibli films?
No.
Okay, then I'm gonna be real basic bitch here and be like, watch Spirited Away.
Okay.
Give it a shot, man. I'll give you my Max account. Ruby already has it.
True. It's a fan.
I have a Max account.
Oh.
I see the Studio Ghibli movies on there.
God damn
I'm
it.
like, oh, I'm gonna add these to my list so I can go back and watch them.
That's smart.
I'm gonna make my friends proud. I'm gonna watch these movies. Not.
Why don't you want us
I'm
to
gonna
be
make my
proud?
friends proud.
I want you to be proud. I'm just so.
This man. One day he'll make us proud. All right.
Are you happy, Papa?
Oh my fucking god! Never say that again.
I don't like the way.
Oh my god! No.
I did not mean. I did not mean. Look. I'm sorry. I'm a whore first.
Fuck. All right. So you finished yours, Nuka?
That's 3.
All right. So mine. All right. So, the first one I'm gonna recommend is going to be, and it's kind of funny that both Nuka and I chose gay shows.
Gay show.
So it's called Sasaki and Mayano. I think I'm pronouncing it right. But it's basically about this kid who is into boy love manga, but doesn't totally say that he himself is like into that as like like he's gay. He just enjoys the stories. An upperclassman of his finds this out and kind of becomes interested. And kind of becomes interested in him at the same time, and they kind of have their own experience of learning about their own sexuality and getting to know each other. And it's honestly really adorable. I really, really enjoyed it, and I think it'd be something you'd really enjoy. There's a dub. I feel it's super easy to follow, too. I mean, there's not too much that goes along with it. And it's just really cute. The next one, I debated. I have a runner-up, so if you actually have a runner-up, Nuka, you could say it later. But I'm gonna go with Harimia. It's a slice of life anime. Just kind of about like high school life, but I don't know how else to explain it other than just it's these two characters who, they knew each other existed in school, but they didn't know much about each other, and then they ended up having to get to know each other and realized how different they were. And even though like this dude looked like your stereotypical like nerd, like spectacle wearing nerd at school, he turns out that he's like this badass who has tattoos and piercings when he's not in school. And it's a comedy on top of it, and it's, in my opinion, it is the best comedic dub besides Ghost Stories out there. So just in the fact that I can guarantee you will laugh your ass off. I think it would be great.
We can agree to disagree.
Oh no, did you not like Harimia? Did you watch it?
I liked it. I just don't think it's the best comedic dub.
Really? Do you have one?
Gobi, I said it.
Did you?
Kaguya, love,
Oh,
war.
gotcha. Okay, fair enough. Okay, so last one. Mine's also a movie. It's called The Stranger by the Shore. It's another.
Yeah, we really did the same setup with our 3 recommendations.
Right, except this my last one is another LGBTQ plus one, but I think the funny part is one of the main character that's a love interest is voiced by the guy who does Deku, and I can't remember the other voice is also another well-known voice actor that just made it really funny to hear. I can't remember off the top of my head, but it's a really good movie just in general. If you can put past this character sounding like Deku, it's a really cute story. And I think it's again up your alley, just in general with atmosphere, easy to follow premise, and some familiarity with voices, which probably might help keep you engaged. And that's it. My runner-up. My runner-up was going to be Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood.
I mean, yeah, that's the obvious one.
Yeah.
Full Metal Alchemist.
Yeah. I mean, specifically Brotherhood though.
Huh?
Specifically Brotherhood though.
That's
Because there's
another
two
anime.
versions.
I'm not as picky.
Oh, really? Oh, you're the first person I've actually met that isn't.
But I feel like
I
Full Metal-
think that
Full
the
Metal Alchemist-
original Full Metal Alchemist has its.
I mean, the only difference in the real caveat is the endings. Like, I agree. If you watch it and just cut the ending out, both of them have their own ways of telling the story that are enjoyable. It's just the way each of them end. One is canon and one just isn't. I guess that's the only difference. You were gonna say something though, Riv.
No, I was gonna say Full Metal Alchemist is like in the same camp as Death Note, where I hear everyone mentioning this anime.
Yep.
But I know absolutely dog shit about it.
It
Like there are some animes like One Piece, like I can probably tell you
Mhm.
what One Piece is about.
What is One Piece about? I actually want to hear this. What is One Piece about, River?
We will judge you.
Okay.
What is
I
One Piece about, River?
From what I understand,
My
it
finger
a
is
group of
hovering
pirates.
over the timestamp button. What is One Piece about, River? Tell me. What is One Piece
To
about?
my understanding, One Piece is an anime about a group of pirates, and they're all looking for a treasure lost by a legendary pirate. And this treasure just happens to be known as the One Piece.
See, that's where you're wrong.
Yeah.
It's not actually called the One Piece.
Is it not actually called the One Piece? Damn. Is that the one thing I was wrong about?
You
So,
want to
like-
be pedantic.
He-
He's not wrong.
He's not wrong, except all of them aren't looking for it. Only technically Luffy is.
Not only Luffy.
Well, in the main crew.
I mean, my fucking bad.
He's not wrong.
He's
He
again,
just
yeah,
isn't
he's not wrong.
right.
He's not wrong, you know. But he also, I love how he specifically said a group of pirates. Like a group
Is that not
of,
what they are? Are they
they
not
are
pirates?
no, they are pirates.
Okay.
Just I don't know the weird phrasing of a group of pirates instead of like a crew. Like I don't know. Just hearing it said as a group of pirates just sounds so weird. It's not wrong or anything. It just audibly sounds
It's
weird.
one of those things where I got so used to like well, like if I don't know how to refer to a large collection of something, I'll just say, oh, a group of. Like in my head,
I see.
if I'm
So
talking
if
to
you're
someone-
unable to go like mice or moose or meese or anything like that, you'd say a group of moose.
yeah, a group of moose. But like, but if I'm talking to someone, I'm not going to say like, oh, a murder of crows. Like, yeah, I know it's a murder of crows. But I'm going to say a group of crows.
That's true. You're gonna say a group of crows.
Yes. 'Cause,
I love that. It sounds so audibly wrong, but I love it. Okay.
Anyway, I just when you press on your little timestamp button and you made a TikTok about this later, I want the world to know that I had approximate knowledge on the plot.
You weren't
of One
wrong.
Piece.
You weren't wrong. You generalized it and you put the main premise of it into
Thank you.
light.
Def, I know your shady ass is in the chat too. I see you.
All right, we're gonna end now, but as we do for all of these, we're all gonna take a turn to say what we've actually learned while we were here. So I'm actually gonna again save River for last because I feel like it's gonna be the best one to hear. So Nuka, did you learn anything in this episode of the podcast?
I knew River wasn't really the anime type.
Mhm.
I am impressed. I'm almost impressed at how little River has absorbed,
Honestly, yeah.
considering the fuck we're doing to him.
I mean, and also, I want to remind you, Nuka, but just other people. River is younger than both me and Nuka. I met Riv through my job, but I knew about River through my brother, who's the same age, who went to school with him, and so River had already surrounded himself by people in that similar circle already. So he did that multiple times. He had been in that circle of people, and then came into our circle of people, which again, he seems to want to surround people or want to be surrounded by people of that kind of circle. And I also find that interesting.
Okay, but to be fair, it's not that I'm surrounding myself with people who like anime and just refusing to watch anime. It's just that
Almost
a
seems
lot
like
of
that.
my general interests align with the general interest of people who also watch anime. Like,
True.
And you don't think there may be a correlation?
Right?
oh no, that definitely is. It's just
Yeah, I mean,
like,
you know, he literally went from the younger version of me to the old to literally me, and he still doesn't
but
think
to
that
be
there's
fair,
a reason.
I'm pretty sure the first connection I made to your brother was through Pokemon.
Which is still
What's, like-
anime in a sense.
I know, but,
Which
like,
counts,
but,
which
like-
means homie, stop slacking.
Okay.
When are we
I'm sorry,
gonna
Dad.
get you to finally watch Dragon Slayer?
Exactly. It's one episode, homie. Okay. Anywho, so for me, I found out. For me, I learned that River had more experiences with like early Saturday morning anime than I expected. I kind of expected him to not have that background with anime at all. Again, I don't count the Pokemon with Cartoon Network, but him saying Dragon Ball at all surprised me in general, and also generalizing it into Kai specifically. So that surprised me.
I will say I did also watch a lot of GT.
I'm
Really?
so sorry.
Oh boy.
No,
Okay.
this is suddenly making a lot more
That
sense.
that is actually the. Now I just learned this,
No.
but yeah, that is also
No, I remember
The thing I
specifically,
learned.
I was like on some I was in South Carolina visiting my grandparents, and
I
like
mean,
and that show
Nuka-
for me doesn't want to hang out with my family. That's the only thing that's on.
Nuka. To be fair, he did grow up in the era where everyone was going apeshit crazy about Super Saiyan 4.
Yeah, Super Saiyan 4 is baller. That doesn't mean
Yeah.
the show
Oh
is
no,
good.
it is. I mean, but we have to remember that is how young River is.
That's right. River is a baby.
Okay. All right. But now, Riv, what did you learn from today's
Um,
episode? You can
I
pick-
learned that I never would have guessed this about you, Gobi.
Oh,
I didn't realize you didn't like horror anime like that.
Nuka's the one.
Like, I would have assumed, because horror to me is such an interesting genre.
Oh, okay.
I assume, like, especially within the anime, because you can do I feel like you can do a lot.
You can.
And you said that you can do a lot.
Reason behind it, and again, this is more with actual like cinema horror or like TV show horror than it is with anime, but I still try to stay with it. It's usually paired a lot with gore, which
Okay.
I pass out on. Torture, gore, excessive
That's fair.
use of blood and stuff. You know, I'm prone to passing out to that. I've been able to manage it a lot better nowadays. I know how to handle it, so I can actually get through a lot of things. It is how I got through JoJo's. So, you know, That is mostly what it came down to. But as I said before, being in a relationship with someone like Shai who loves that, I kind of learned how to still enjoy it, even when it would come to those scenarios, you know? I mean, it's also quite easy to close your eyes, but when you don't know it's coming, but I've learned ways to make it easier. But anime specifically, it's spookier. It's such a different type of torture that they can portray that it just fucks with you. It makes me mentally depressed, and I don't like it. I don't like it at one bit. If that makes any sense.
That makes sense.
Mm.
I guess this is not something I expect.
Yeah. Interesting. Okay. Yeah.
I don't think we've talked about this before.
No. I mean, that's why I wanted to do this podcast, and so we could talk about stuff like this.
Yeah, we never talk about anime, like, ever. I don't know.
Not just anime. I just meant this kind of stuff in general.
Yeah, I know, but no, I just feel like we don't have a lot of anime conversations together.
We don't.
Me, and Nuka.
I mean,
I
please
just
don't
don't
go into
understand
that.
why
I
not.
think, to be fair, I think that might be more because Gobi and I are trying to be.
Oh yeah, that's true. We don't want to, you know, make you feel like an outcast.
Because I remember when I went over to Gobi's, and it was just us. We did talk a lot about anime.
We did, yeah, it's true. But it is just Nuka and I. We that is our main topic of interest and conversation, whether manga or anime. It's
Speaking of Gobi, did you do your reading?
I don't know, I didn't. I was really busy today.
Come on.
I'm sorry.
Honest,
I also
Undead Unlock.
I haven't been able. Okay, I haven't been able to read because of you know why. I haven't been able to specifically focus and read on stuff on digital front for too long.
But it's botchin' time.
I'm so close to being caught up to that. I was so close to being caught up, and then the thing happened.
Yeah, tell the person that got you sick that they're a fuck ass.
That's if I ever see them again. Oh fuck! All right, but that is gonna do it for us tonight. I don't want to. We always go over. We still went over, regardless. But we're gonna go and raid our boy Bato. It's his night with his partner for their podcast, Bato and Nikki. I will definitely say watching their streams of this definitely inspired me to want to pick up something like this of our own. But I've always wanted to do something like this with these guys because when we do get into a room together, it's just always so much fun to talk to them. They all you both have just such different, unique ways of seeing things and talking, and it's just always so much fun. But yeah, so appreciate it. We'll let you know again the next time we'll be having a podcast, but the topic for that one is going to be Pokemon. I can tell you that for sure. The next one is going to be Pokemon. I know we've done video games before, but this one is going to be specifically Pokemon. So,
we don't shut the fuck up about Pokemon.
We really fucking don't. Actually, that's really funny because the next video game stream that I actually was going to ask is Pokemon, because we haven't done any Pokemon stuff in a while. To be fair, I have not touched a Pokemon game in a long ass time either. But again, go give Bato some love. I love y'all. I hope you have a great evening. Remember to stay warm, stay safe, and stay comfy. Later.
Bye.
Bye.